Peace, Salvana, Happy New Year. This is Keisha Tarot. You can also find me on YouTube at Keisha Tarot, KESHA TAROT. Okay. And I'm here to do a reading for Pisces. And thank you for being here, first of all. Okay. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to read for you, so welcome back. Thank you. And how are you doing, Pisces? You're the last sign in this series, and you're catching me. I'm just revved up because I did 11 signs before you. Cards have been talking, and I'm just revved up, okay? I'm just revved up. So you've caught me on like my 12th wind, so to speak, okay? Yeah, so I hope that you are good spiritually, physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, financially, holistically, globally, materially, and otherwise, okay? We're going to get some cards out here that resonate with your specific situation. So let's get started. Mother, Father, Sun, Moon, Ancestor, Spirit, Guides, Divine Guides, Mother, Father, Sun, Moon, Holy Ancestors, Divine Guides, Ascended Masters, Righteous Frequency, Noble Tribe. Show me the cards I need to see to give a clear and concise message to my Piscean tribe and my Piscean cross watchers. Protect me from all seen and unseen harm that will seek to deter the message, and any negative energy being sent my way, return it to the sender a trillionfold. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Ashe, abracadabra, amen. Okay? These cards are being difficult to shuffle. Are you having a hard time integrating something right now, Pisces? Are you trying to integrate something and finding it to be difficult? Let's see. Okay, you have getting hurt, not compatible, holding on, walking away, mixed signals, demanding. Underneath the deck, too soon. Okay? Gonna get some clarity. Okay, on that. You have quarrel, organization, egotism, caution, adaptability, defense. Underneath the deck, flattery. Now we go in with some tarot. Pisces. You have 6 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Underneath the deck, the Empress. And finally, you have the Tower, you have the Star, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the King of Cups, you have the Devil, you have the World. Okay, well it ends on a good note. Underneath the deck, you have Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, the underlying energy says too soon, and that says you get too serious too soon. Get to know each other before committing fully. Pull that with flattery. The Empress, that would be you. Queen of Wands. Okay. So the Piscean woman that I'm speaking to, you're quite the cat's meow. Okay. You are a standout among standouts. Okay. You are abundant and flourishing. You're nurturing, loving, caring. Everything around you grows. Okay. You are the lifeline to many, and a lot of people look up to you. A lot of people respect you, and a lot of people appreciate you. You're the Empress. Okay. You are the cat's meow, but you're also the Queen of Wands. Okay. So you may have a fire sign in your top 3. Okay. Your rising or your moon may be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Okay. But you may be witchy. You may do tarot yourself. You may do other things in the field of esoteric knowledge, Gnostic knowledge, occult knowledge. Okay. You know some shit. Okay. You're not new to this. You're true to this. Okay. The Pisces woman that I'm speaking to, or man that I'm speaking to, okay? But you are a lover, and you are hopeless romantic, and you fall in love quickly and hopelessly, okay? And too quickly, okay? Says too soon. You get too serious too soon. You have to get to know people better before you fall in love with them. You are a master of flattery. You flatter people, okay? And they like that, right? Okay. Okay, so you've pulled getting hurt. All love comes with the risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance. Okay. Not compatible. You don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. Holding on. You must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone new. Okay. Walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. You have to stay and try to work it out. Mixed signals. You don't let others know you're interested. Flirt and be approachable. And then finally, demanding. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. So it sounds like you're in a relationship. And in this relationship, either you're giving mixed signals or the person that you're with is giving mixed signals. You have holding on and walking away. So you're likely in a relationship where one day you're holding on and another day you're walking away. You feel like you two might not be compatible, and you're afraid of getting hurt, so you may hold on because you are afraid of what's the saying? Better the old devil than the new one, or something like that. People endure relationships that are bad because at least you know that devil. I don't know what the saying is, but it's something like that. You may be in a relationship where you're getting hurt, okay, and you feel as though you and that person is not there, you're not compatible, but you continue to hold on because you don't believe, if you let that person go, you don't believe there's anyone out there for you. So you go back and forth between holding on and walking away, holding on and walking away. So that's why you have holding on, walking away, and then you have mixed signals. You fluctuate. You go back and forth and back and forth. And in the midst of all of this, you're demanding. Okay? You might have a child. You're demanding. And you set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Okay? You have quarrel. Okay? You all may quarrel a lot. Okay? And a lot of that has to do with ego. Okay? Somebody has a big ego. Okay? They think they're always right. Okay? And they are like kind of, I don't know why it's coming to mind, practical, fundamental, rudimentary. It says organization. So they feel like they're always right, and they're with the company. Okay, they're the boss. Okay, organization. They my way. You know what's coming to mind is you ever seen that snippet of the news guy saying, okay, forget it, we'll go live, and he's getting upset. You ever seen that? It's really funny. It's what's his name? He was on nightly news. His name wasn't Bill Maher, it was Bill O'Reilly. Look up, we'll go live. Look up Bill O'Reilly space we will go live. And it's an outburst that he had like 20, 25, 30 years ago when he was a younger man. And in the outburst, he gets upset because he can't read, he can't understand the words on the teleprompter or something, and so he just loses his shit. And it's really funny, okay? You could be dealing with someone like that for that to pop into my head. You could be dealing with someone that, you know, just, they have explosive anger, okay? And then they just, next thing you know, they dropping F-bombs and they're just emotional and they, you know what I mean? They just are animated, and it is all based on their ego. Next thing you know, they have a big ego, okay? That's a cock. That's the male hen, right? A cock, a rooster or something. And the person's ego just has them thinking that they're always right, organization, their way or the highway, they're the one with structure. So they're happy to quarrel. They'll argue with you. And so you might be feeling like you're always on pins and needles, or on, you know, you're on standby because you don't know what version of this person you're going to get. Feast or famine, okay? Feast or famine. So you're practicing adaptability. Can also go to flattery, okay? You may overly flatter this person just to kind of, is modulate a word? Just to, you know, modulate their emotions, their, you know, outbursts, okay? You're very adaptable, okay? You're walking a tightrope in this relationship, okay? You have to tread lightly, okay? You have to be extremely defensive verbally and quick-witted with your thoughts around this person, because you never know what you may say, all these swords, you never know what you may say that may set this person off, okay? And when they get set off, they go off, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, so it's chaotic at times. It's very chaotic, and when it's chaotic, house is on fire. It's sudden, it's without any sort of warning, and this person goes from 0 to 1,000, okay? Next thing you know, the house is on fire, and everybody's getting thrown out, okay? Everybody's on fire, okay? Hide the kids, hide the wife, everybody run, okay? Because this person has lost their mind, okay? And causing you, and there's a lot of hostages, okay? A lot of people that get caught in the crossfire. 5 of Swords, okay? You see these two, it looks like 2 kids, 2 people, okay, getting caught in the crossfire of this person's explosive temper, okay? And all you want to do is you want to leave the chaos and you want to move to, you want smooth sailing. You want some calm. You want some calmness in your life. You want some peace. You want harmony. You got 3 of Pentacles here. You want to work together under one roof. You want everyone to work together under one roof. 9 of Cups. That is your wish fulfillment. That, you know, all of this can be figured out, because for you, it would be ideal for this situation to be a winning one, for you to achieve victory in this situation, okay? You may feel that this is your soulmate. You have 4 of Wands here, okay? You may feel that this is your soulmate. So you have a lot of hope, Star, okay? You're an earth angel. You carry the energy of that. You are the Empress and the Queen of Wands, so it is quite plausible that you're an earth angel as well. But more importantly, your emotions run deep in the matter. You're trying to remain balanced, okay? And you are trying to remain hopeful also. However, as the situation endures, you are beginning to get into the energy of showing your sword, okay? You're fine with letting this person know that, you know, okay, I had enough. That's enough of this. Is it, where does this end? We have to stop, okay? So you're standing up for yourself. You're speaking for yourself. Your throat chakra is unblocked. You may have initially been a person who was adapting to this sort of drama that you were in and giving flattery to this situation, okay? And holding on to it, okay? Being cautious about it, okay? But now you're being defensive. Now you're speaking up for yourself, okay? Now you're demanding more from the person, okay? And now you may be getting closer to being ready to walk away. You may be giving the person ultimatums. I don't know, okay? And looks like the Queen of Swords, okay, the energy that you're in is speaking to this King of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, man or woman. That's going to be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a person that has one of those signs in their top 3, if your person is not a water sign. And if your person doesn't have it in their top 3 and they're not a water sign, then they carry the energy of a water sign, okay? So they have very deep emotions, and you know, still waters run deep, but underneath this king, these waters are turbulent. So this person is extremely emotional, and their biochemistry seems to be off. He has a big old chalice in his hand. This person can drink, okay? Could be a drinker, okay? And you just tired of it. But you're like, come on, look at her with all the smoke. She's like, come on, I want all the smoke. She's gonna cut his head off, okay? She's sick of it. And you two have a toxic relationship. You got the devil there right between the two of you, okay? You have a toxic relationship, okay? You have a toxic relationship. And your last card is the World. That's the end of a chapter. That's starting a new page, okay? So I don't know if you're telling him to come forward because you're going to chop his head off and you're done and you're no longer holding on. You're directly walking away, because you got holding on, you got walking away, and then you got mixed signals. okay? I don't know where you are in this timeline, okay? You're either still holding on or fluctuating between holding on and walking away, okay? But you've had a lot of time to think about the situation that you're in. And if you have not left already, you're getting closer to making the decision of moving on because you're ready for a new chapter. You're ready to grow. You're ready for evolution, okay? And if this person is not evolving at the same pace that you're evolving, then somebody is going to be left behind, right? So let's get some advice cards for you, okay? We'll get some advice for you. Advice for Pisces. Okay? Advice for Pisces. I'm gonna do this again. That came out willy-nilly. I'm gonna do this again because this kind of came out willy-nilly. I don't like it when it's too quick. And it just keeps being quick. It's like, I said what I said. It ain't about what you like. It's what I said. Okay, sorry, Spirit. And let me get a shuffle in at least, though. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense for me. That's too much. It was in reverse. Okay, so you pulled affluence in reverse. Okay. It's giving the vibe of like a Merkaba. It's like a spiritual awakening. Affluence in reverse. Okay. Then you pulled 64. Has corn on it. 6 and 4 is 10. That's 1. New beginning. And then you have, if you believe. So you could be questioning something right now. The answer to that question is, if you believe. I don't know what you're questioning. Should I get back together? If you believe. Should I leave? If you believe. Is there someone else out there for me if I were to leave? If you believe. Okay, so Spirit is saying, whatever you believe is what will be. Okay. Also, I said that looked like a Merkaba, and look at what she's holding. That's a Merkaba, okay? Double Merkaba, okay? That's pretty powerful, I would say, okay? 64. You got the spider there, so that is to build, okay? Build a new beginning, because 6 and 4 is 10, that's 1. Build a new beginning. Can I build a new beginning? If you believe. If you believe. Okay, 64. In the positive, the symbol of corn is generally associated with abundance and plenty, including financial success. To dream of corn often means you're about to have success, which will bring financial opportunities. In the negative, corn in a dream could mean your lack of concern about wasting hard-earned money. This is a warning about the need to take care of your money. Someone may be fiscally irresponsible. And not to be wasteful or careless with it. Drawing this card means you have a strong money-making advantage, and there's a possibility that this could be of benefit in bringing about a comfortable lifestyle. If this is your wish, work towards it with positive energy. There could be karmic timing attached to this card, whereby, should there be a breakdown, failure, or disappointment, bringing with it loss of money, you may be given the opportunity to begin again, having learned a good lesson. To offer help when needed, wear the colors flame or golden yellow, or alternatively try wearing blue, green, or mauve. That's a powerful reading, okay? So this says right here in the message, okay, first of all, pay attention to your money. Stop being sloppy with your money. And we definitely don't live in a time, this current time, where anybody should be careless with their money, right? Second of all, it says that this card could have a karmic timing to it, which means you may have a breakdown, failure, or disappointment. But if you do, okay, attached to money or loss of money, but if you do, you will be given the opportunity to recoup, okay? You will be given the opportunity to recoup, and you will learn from that lesson. It'll be a lesson you never forget. Hopefully, you don't have to learn that lesson the hard way. But that could be, I would take that as a warning. Shots fired. I would take that as a warning if I were you. Spirit is saying, hey, tighten up with your money, because you don't know what the future brings. You don't know how shit might go down. So tighten up with your money, Pisces, okay? And then you have affluence in reverse, okay? So something that is important to you is either trivial, shallow, or superficial. It's not about superficial things. It's not about jewelry and cars. It's not about degrees and designer labels. It's something that you possibly value, that Spirit is saying, that is not, that don't matter, okay? That's not true affluence, okay? That's not, what it is, only you know, okay? It could be something that you, it's just, you know, it's not important. It's green. Could have something to do with who you love or what you love. Either someone you love or something that you love. Is the significance of that thing is not that it is affluent. The significance of that thing is its internal register to spirit, okay? Something that you love, you should be gauging that thing or that person based on their spirit, okay? That is going to help you understand whether or not you should walk away or hold on, okay? Think about the spirit of the person, okay? It's not about what they have. It's not about the affluence of the person. It's not about how much money they have in the bank. It's not about how many cars they have. It's not about how many labels or name brand designers they have. It's not about how many degrees they have. It's not about how many houses they own. It's not about any of that material stuff. It is about Merkaba, okay? It's about their spirit, okay? That's what's important, okay? So that's your message. I do hope that it was helpful to you, and it resonated and will give you some sort of clarity. Thank you again for coming back. I'll see you next time. I'm going to do these weekly. And remember to stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Love you. Bye. Good night.